what's it?
Tenny.
Ways capital. Like if you look at the map, all of the capitals have double circles around them, right?
Yeah.
And Gahome just pushed past Jan's capital to try to get back Sanyo from Toe. But if you look at where Gyo is at, it's literally one trip over the river and we're at your fucking capital. So I really didn't think that he would go westward trying to retake Sanyo instead of fortifying the north. But since he did that, we might get a campaign of us with Toe again. You know what I'm saying? This way we can see Toe's full abilities and we just take out Gahome for good.
I agree.
'Cause, like,
That's
if
what
you
I thought
think
was going to
about-
happen. But I guess like it all depends on Riboku's situation. Like if Riboku gets brought back and they're like, shit, it's going to be harder now than we thought, then yeah, that might be what they need to go after Wei.
But even if the Roku's dead, like Olsen, Clark, and Yotawa can hold the line, but while Toe and the rest go fight at way, especially if they come from Gil and head right for the capital, it will be like a quicker battle than this campaign would be, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Because like we can have like a double attack type of thing where like you have Toe on the front, and then since you have like Konki, like it was Konki that was at Gil, so you can have some of Konki's men, or even like you can send like Uhon to like, okay, Uhon's going to back up Konki now that he's a fucking general, but instead of going to back up Konki, Uhon's like, fuck that, I'm gonna go attack Wei. You know what I'm saying? Just because the opportunity aligns, he's trying to, you know what I'm saying, become a great general. He's trying to like get achievements and shit. So I could see like Uhon or somebody like that being like taking this opportunity, since Gahome is their best general. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anybody else, but Gahome is their best general, and since he's gone, he's most likely taking the Berserker dude, Renbihaku, and the only other general we know of is fucking Gaimo.
Yeah. That'll be dope.
I'm sure more will show up, but yeah, like Wei's
I don't
kind of
agree
fucking
with the
lacking
part
right
you
now.
said. I don't really agree with the part you said, Twala, about Ohan wanting to be a great general. He decides to go. I feel like shit like that, where he's attacking an entire state. He needs like orders to do so. Like a lot of, like, I don't. Maybe Shoryuken decides to use him, but it won't be out of Ohan's own.
Yeah, because like an entire different state, that's kind of like 6GG type shit.
Yeah, it's like wage war whenever
Honestly,
you want.
Low key, but think about this low key. I get what you're saying, but low key, they've been grooming these niggas to do this shit since up until now. They've been independent strike forces. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've always had the right, maybe not to attack another state, you know what I'm saying? But they've always had the right to do whatever they felt was necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And since he's a general now, he can handle, like, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how many people they give him, he can handle multiple areas. And like I said, it's not like, yes, he's attacking a whole nother state, but it's not like he would be, like, sent to Gyo and then the niggas attacking Yan or something. He's, like, literally they're right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're right there at Wei's capital. Like, literally, it's right across the fucking river. I don't even know how Wei didn't help Zhao stop these niggas. Like, it's literally right there.
Right.
For real.
It seemed like Gohime's army was at the border, so it wasn't like, I guess they really don't have anyone besides Gohime.
Nah. No, because when we got the update chapter, when Gahome and Carvin was talking shit, I believe Gahome was at the Zhao capital, or he was close to he was close enough to the Zhao capital, but like keeping an eye on Toe. So he still should have been able to like do something. You know what I'm saying? Like they're right fucking there.
But about that Owen thing, I think Oki, he said he would have got in trouble. Or was it Toe that said that if he intervened with the Duke when he was just watching? So I don't think, like, even though we know he wouldn't really get in trouble like that.
I think that's because Oki at that point in time was technically retired.
Yeah.
Oki didn't come out of retirement until Banyo. So that's Bio. So that's why it would have been like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You're not officially supposed to be here. You're not officially supposed to be fighting.
Right.
So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's more what it would have been. But
the way I see it happening is that, like, you know how if it works out, no one cares. Like Ohan goes, if he would go and he would send a letter to so you can say he's doing it. He's not gonna really wait for like a reply back. He's already gonna be going attacking it, and then
honestly, bro, you don't feel that like with Issei telling these three niggas specifically, like you must live for the wars to come. You don't think that he's already, because like a part of being the Twin Six is like the king's trust in you. You know what I'm saying? So you might like that's why, like, even though I hate to say it, Heki could become a 6GG just because.
Listen, Twilight, that is a fact. That's a fact that I hate to think of.
That's what I'm saying. I hate to admit it, but because of his relationship with Shabunkin and Issei,
bro, that's a story.
That is possible.
You see how
that is
everyone
possible.
should know. Like,
bro, you see how the story going. You can't get mad because that's how the story does with Heike.
So it's like
literally been rising up the ranks.
I mean, maybe if we were in need of people, but we have like an overabundance of talented generals.
Right, but here's the thing though, right? Yotanwa is her own monarch in her own right, so she might, you know what I'm saying, being a Quinn 6, that's literally like downgrading herself to being a general full-time for Quinn.
Yeah.
Not to say that she wouldn't
be
help.
part of it, I don't think. Due to her
right.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be part of it either.
Say,
like right now we have 4. Right now you have 4. You guys got Osen with Osen, Kanki, Mobu, and Toe. Right, that's our 4 great generals. Right. That's our 4.
Let's keep it a stack. Out of those 4, Kanki is the most likely to flee, betray, or do some
not make
shit.
It because
not make it because like Issei will like it'll be some shit like Issei respects his talent. Like, yo, I know you're a good general, you get shit done, but your methods are not conducive to unification.
I disagree, but
I can fight against that, but I get what you're saying, Twilight.
No, I disagree because they listen. Everybody know how Kanki out here moving. The only way that they would like disown him is because he would do something slimy, like
right. That's what I'm saying. Like no, but what I'm saying is when we like right after the Shukai plane shit, and then Remy was like, "Yo, this area is about to fly our banners. We not about to do no folly shit. Like we not about to just start massacring civil. You know how like Osen made sure, even though they took the food, even though after the war he made sure none of the civilians were hurt. Even if they wanted to leave and continue like onward, like upper into Zal, he made sure they weren't hurt, and the ones that stayed, he made sure they weren't hurt. That is conducive to unification. Those people that were spared are gonna look at Quinn and look at Osen like, all right, yeah, they came in, they took our shit, but you know what? They didn't fucking rape, pillage, and enslave us. Kanki is rape, pillaging, and enslaving people, and that's gonna make people like Mangoku. That's gonna make people resentful and never want to be under Quinn. That's what I mean by his methods are not conducive to unification.
See, Twilight, I'm with you with that. I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just saying if Kanki by himself, nobody cares. It's only when like someone else is there to check him is when he don't go super slime. But like if he by himself, no one cares what he be doing like by himself. Cause y'all see,
that's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
Cause like,
but no, like. What's the worst thing we seen Kanki do was the whole corpse thing, right? Aside from that,
he hasn't really done much bad shit. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. Everything else he did was against soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he pulled out their eyeballs, ripped their ears off.
That's
and
war,
shit,
bro.
They were soldiers. When he murdered the civilians, that was on a whole other level.
But Kanki, I think when Kanki, that was him by himself. That's him as the head general. He not under Osen or like under Mogu or like that. Like he by himself. And like again, what's up?
But that goes against what you're saying, because like if he's a 6GG, he's leading shit by himself. He has like the right to wage war whenever he wants.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why he can't be one of them. If you're saying that if he's by himself, he can't really control.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when he's by himself, no one cares what he be doing. Like no one really be. Like I said, everybody don't like it, but no one really like cares to be like, hey, stop that. No one tells him to just stop it.
Because why are they using him now, knowing when he just did in Kokyo? Like no one even like gave him a talk about it. Like they're like. We won the war. Like that's why I'm like.
That's why I think like Sei's not gonna have a 1-on-1, but Riboku beating him will make it so Sei doesn't have to have the 1-on-1, and he won't be a 6GG.
Why would Riboku beating him not make him a 6GG?
Because I think he's gonna flee after, and he's gonna be an antagonist for another state.
Yeah, I agree, but like just like I thought you were saying, just because him losing would make him like out of the running, which I don't agree. Yeah, I do agree with you. Like it does make sense for like the way even Shin, who's like has sized ear, like all this shit does not really. And due to the fact that Kanki probably doesn't give a shit, that he does want to wage his own shit, but he's like
back to work.
Free enough right now to do whatever he wants. That like it doesn't really matter. Like I'd rather have it for someone else, like the 3 monster trio, than maybe like Kyokai or Toe, even if he wants to, than Kanki. But
shit, honestly, I don't even think Toe wants it. I think Toe retires before niggas like finalize for it.
Even if he like,
they probably need him, though, right?
Chill. If you look at what Toe did, if like we didn't actually see it, but if you think about the specs of what he did, my nigga went to Retsubi, like formed up the triangle shit with Akko and Yotanwa, and then had enough time to get down to fucking way back to Sanyo before Gahome could take it with no resistance. That's a feat.
Don't tell me that. That's
He was
not.
at
that's impressive.
Ritsubi. You were the one saying that how close it was to like the shit, right? So like
Yes, but the fact is that Gahome, like, all right, if
that's just how
Gahome
bad
left,
Gahome is for not taking more
Mm.
advantage of
damn.
everything.
Okay, okay, if that's how you feel. Because like, if Gahome went, I'm saying if Gahome went for Sanyo right after Toe left to go to Retsubi, and he doesn't have anybody blocking him. You know what I'm saying? Toe took Rokuomi. You see, what's the other dude's name? The Stifler nigga, the nigga that's annoying. You know what I'm saying? You see all of them with Toe, and it's like, so who did Toe leave? Even if Toe did leave that one dude,
No, I thought he took his whole
Ryokoku.
army. They said.
Right. So then
pretty
Toe took
sure.
his whole army, and this nigga Gahome couldn't get to Retsubi before. I mean, couldn't get to Sanyo before Toe got back, and was like, Toe's nice, my nigga. Like,
So what's
stop
the
sleeping
feat
on
there
Toe.
though? Like him not his travel speed? Like he didn't really do much.
Well,
Like,
how fast he took out? Well, because they retreated anyways.
Yeah, they retreated.
They
It wasn't even like they were fighting.
Yeah, but
And
no,
Sanyo was
Speed,
the
I
they
guess.
best to take
retreated.
everything up to Sanyo.
But they
It says on
still
the
had
final
to.
content.
They still had to link up. They still had to take time to link up with Yotangwa and Akko. You know what I'm saying? That whole triangle formation, Toe was a part of it. That took time to set up. And what I'm saying is, the time it took to get to Retsubi, the time it took to have that little 10-second battle, and then the time it took to fucking form the triangle pattern, then to hold it down for a second, then get
No, he
back
didn't
to
do
stop.
that. All
No, even
Toe
if he
did,
did,
Ten says all he did was secure Retsubi and then come back to Sanyo.
Bro,
That's
we
it.
know in the chapter before that Yotawa and Akko linked up to make the triangle pattern. Like, that's what was stated in the chapter before this one. So
Oh, so I thought Apple just came to Retsubi and that's about it.
nah, after what was it, Kochu and Sensuiju dip, they formed up the triangle pattern, and Toe was a part of
But
it.
did anyone move? I thought only Aqua moved from Gil to Retsubi and the triangles just because of that the positions of each
what
city.
Twilight is saying that he had to like be there to like connect to
Organized,
them.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like Toe is stationed
get
at
you.
Retsubi. Osen and them is stationed at Gyo, and Yotanwa was stationed at Ryoyu. They each sent out armies to connect those lines to start up the supply line.
Yeah,
Toe had to, Toe had to be there for that. And if he's there for all of that, and then still had time to stop Gahome from retaking Sanyo with nobody there, Toe is nasty, bro. Just stop sleeping on my man.
Oh, he didn't stop him from retaking Sanyo though. He took Sanyo.
No, he did. No, he didn't. They were stopped at Sanyo. They were stopped right outside of Sanyo. They took everything before Sanyo. So it's like, nigga, you took everything before Sanyo with nobody stopping you.
They Gahome trashed him. Fuck it.
So you're arguing that, not arguing, but stating that
Toe is nasty.
Ryome tried to take Sanyo and Toe stopped her. Or was it the way I read it was that she didn't have enough time to go and take Sanyo before Toe came back, so she had to, she didn't want to really fight Toe there. There wasn't really a struggle. There was not a struggle stated to be between them. She just came back and just stopped her from taking it.
I mean, regardless if there's a struggle or not, it still speaks to his betrayal because he doesn't want that smoke.
Yeah. Facts, but no, it's not. No,
he didn't want that smoke before either. So I'm saying nothing changed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm talking about Toe and his speed and the ability at which he can. Okay. Nigga, the nigga hop states.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
When you think about it, Toe and Gohame were doing the same thing. Because Gohame will have to take cities on the way to Sanyo, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're empty, I guess. But while Toe's going
there's
there,
no
so they're
one
both
there.
busy though. But
there's no one there, bro.
It's not like
no, yo, he
can.
can though. If there's no one there of note to stop you, why the fuck are you stopping?
Because at night
why don't you just go
saying.
straight to Sanyo and then take everything behind you once you capture Sanyo? You got to remember, if they take Sanyo, then the area in between Sanyo and their capital is easy pickings.
No, even Roboku was taken from when he was going to Sai, along the route he was taking over every single city. And he didn't leave nothing behind, just in case.
So just like sweeping the area. But if it's just like you're talking about the speed of Toe, then maybe that's like a feat, but I personally don't think it's like that crazy. So
I mean, yeah, it's a feat. I just don't think it's worth talking about for like this long at least.
Cause y'all forever sleeping on Toe, man. I swear to God, y'all forever sleeping on
Toe. Toe buns.
All right, man. Let's talk about Riboku's situation. So I find it kind of weird that they were just willing to let him get the pass.
For
I don't know.
sure.
I
That's
feel like
weird
it's
as
definitely
hell.
underwhelming after it was like set up since the beginning of the arc, and it was like looming in our minds that if Riboku loses, he dies. And then
Yeah.
when the regicide was brought up, we're like, okay, here's something that's not like very convenient. Like, oh, he said he was gonna die, but he just didn't. Like, they're actually gonna do something about it. But apparently they didn't have to because Riboku, he's just not gonna die. They're not gonna try to kill him. He's just locked up. Like, I don't really like that.
That's my
I
biggest
can't
problem with the
remember.
story. It was a chapter today. That whole shit, like, they just did it in
I
passing.
can't remember who we was having this conversation with, but we said something like this would happen because Raboku has so many supporters in the shit that the king couldn't just do whatever he wanted.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I do think that's a point, but the way I came off when I was like reading the king is like he doesn't give a single shit about anything but what he wants.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
agree,
that's
Draco.
the
So I think
point.
the king was just like capping in a sense. Like, he was serious,
Yeah.
but he was not like as serious
He
as
had
he
to
made
have been
himself out to
capping,
be.
Yeah, I agree. Then he's like he did like make it all the way towards the prison, but I guess that's a good thing for Zao that the king isn't as stupid as he was made out to be by trying to kill Raboku.
Nah,
No,
but he
'cause-
is though because if Raboku didn't have the support that he had, the king would have killed him.
I don't understand because the king is the king that we know of, like a guy that's freaking doesn't give a shit. Doesn't want to give 100,000 to protect Zao. Like he does whatever he wants to do, like without reason. Why
Right,
would
and
he
that's
be
what we
reasoned with?
right. So it was you that I was arguing. This is what we was trying to tell you, bro. That like, even though you're the king, you still have a court system. You still it's like being the CEO of a business, right? You still have a board of members that you have to answer to. You know what I'm saying? You might be the owner of the business, but you know what I'm saying. There are still people that have stock in your business, and that you can't just do whatever the fuck you want at all times. And that's kind of like what happened here because the nigga was vetoed, like literally.
At the end of the day, it's a monarchy, which is not like any. At the end of the day, like he can be a tyrant if he wants to, and he was portrayed to be a tyrant. Not
But
like
apparently he can't though, bro.
That's why I'm confused because the portrayal that was shown about him and what actually happened didn't coincide with each other. That's why I was like not happy about it.
Maybe he heard rumors of them actually going after him. He's like, "Oh shit, these niggas serious. Let me just chill."
Given Raboku's
Let me-
prime minister,
let me
let's
fall
just
back.
assume he has like half of the court in his pocket, and then all those guys will just quit if he like threatens to do the death penalty, and then like the whole kingdom's
kill all
gonna
of them.
collapse.
And he'll kill all of them just because he's fucking that stubborn.
But then those supporters will have supporters like in different places, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like half the kingdom will just fall because of that.
Right.
Okay, I just didn't think that he would be someone that can be reasoned with, but you guys are making points.
I still think it's just him capping in a sense. I feel like he just likes to threaten Riboku.
That's the best
like,
part for me. I feel like if you use capping, then yeah, I get it. It's like he made a whole show about it at the end, but then he's not gonna kill him because he realizes he needs him, you know, for Zao.
Yeah, he didn't kill him after Coalition.
Coalition, to be honest.
Yeah, didn't he say he was gonna kill him at Coalition? Like, he always be saying that shit.
I don't know if he said that, but Riboku made it seem like it was a foregone conclusion. Like, this is such a huge blunder that I'm definitely getting executed.
Yeah. This is like the second or third time that Raboku should have got clapped.
That's why people hate him, I guess.
It's not even that people that hate him. It's like, what was that dude's name that everybody the dude that went after Renpa right before Sanyo? And everybody was I'm pretty sure he got clapped for his failure, bro.
Probably,
people keep waiting for him to come back, and I'm like, nah, that nigga dead. Like Renpa might have
guarding a Zao border, bro.
But the king,
bro,
my nigga, which
with
one?
5K, he took it out, and Rump had 5K. No, he definitely dead.
My nigga, which Zao border? So
how do you explain that shit?
The one that's like at Chu and is touching Key as well, I think.
Oh, okay. He's down there. Okay.
Yeah, he's down.
I'm just saying.
Same with Rihaki.
Yo, what's your thoughts on Rishi though? I still think he's a snake. I still think
like
he's
him.
a snake.
See, I think he's like a piece of shit personality-wise, but I think he loves Sei's idea of like a world ruled by law so much that he's not gonna turn or anything.
I agree. He's the guy that like works for the person that has like, I guess, something worth working, like someone worth like looking up to, I guess, in his ideals. And
You know what it is?
He loves politics so much and currency and shit.
It's just that when he was working for Ryufui, I felt like he was more active. I felt like he was doing more. Now that he's working for Sei, I feel like he's holding back. I don't know why that is.
Wasn't he helping him from prison at time? Like,
he was in prison until he heard Sei's plan about law, and then he got out of prison and he helped them. But like I don't know, like he was setting up assassin hits and spy networks and shit. Like
Yeah, I wouldn't fully
why
trust him.
are we so lacking on the intel if this nigga was the spy master for real
Kin
food?
intel is terrible. I swear.
Swear to God, I love them, but yeah, they intel is trash, bro. Like
Yeah,
how do you not
Moki
know?
said
How do you
Sean's
not
been
know about
working
the
on the
moat?
intel. This one. Sorry,
Yeah,
Yeah, how
yeah.
do you not know what the moat? That's
How
ridiculous
do you
to me.
not
There's
know
no
about the
chance.
moat, son? Yo, like fuck the Retsubi trap. Like I'll give you that one. Even though they should have sent like spies and scouts in there just to like look at the
They
building, but
probably
like
don't have the keen eyes to do so. Like like the people that were eventually
man,
found
fuck that.
Yeah, we
Fuck
already had that
I'm,
argument.
I'm pretty sure Sohekun got at least one fucking architecture that can tell him, yo, these walls are too low. Like you know what I'm saying? Like come on.
I
But I
guess
don't see. Sorry,
Sai
go on.
pardoned them because like he realizes that he needs them. So like Sai's really good at using people he needs to an extent because he realizes at the end of the day to help him achieve his goal. But I don't think he's dumb enough to like fully trust them. Even Shohyuken was against him at a time, but he knew he had good in them, so he trusted him as well because he had to.
But who did that Snake say to, given that Ryufu's like pretty much lost everything at this point?
Who's he gonna snake to? Yeah, that's true. Rebecca can come and tell him, "Yo, join my failure of a crew that loses every time. You won't join."
It would most likely be another state, but I feel like he just loves the idea of fucking a world ruled by law. I mean, law is like everything to him.
Yeah,
He should be doing more than my nigga. I'm sorry.
it's
This
not
was
by
the
him.
At least he's doing
more.
something now.
I mean, yeah, now, but I'm just saying, like, again, whenever Real Fui needed intel, he went to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was like he was the spy master, bro. He was setting up the
Oh,
assassins.
this guy should know about the guy in Zal's court. You're right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He should know about that dude. He should know,
He's keeping
bro.
it. Duo.
He should know enough information that niggas should have known about the moat. I'm sorry. Niggas should have known about the fucking Navy fleet that they had just waiting for. There's so much.
All that shit.
I ain't going. Hold on. Wait, listen, I can't listen. I ain't finna sit here and act like dude should be God and know everything. Because listen,
Not
that
God, but he was working for Real Fui for a minute, man.
The only way to justify it is to just attribute it to
wait.
Riboku's information lockdown.
But hold on, wait. But we gotta think though. Like that was like years ago in the story. That's like what years ago. That's like what 2-3 years ago in the story. I think.
Yeah, but he should
about-
still have those contacts, right?
I don't know. That's the thing. It depends on him. I could listen. I would think. Listen, me personally, I would have him still, but I don't know about him. I can't speak for the character.
Speaking of that guy that you just mentioned about that's in the Zal court, if Riboku ever gets out, that guy's getting killed, bro. He fucked him over.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I was like, yeah, I'll tell him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That seems oddly weird that he didn't tell him. Maybe he
Nah.
Riboku, I guess.
What I think will happen now is like if Riboku, not even if Riboku gets out, when Riboku gets out, because they didn't clap him, so they're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna.
Yeah, he go. I mean, the thing is, if you go off history, he has to live. If you go off history, he has to live.
Yeah.
So he got to stay
the
alive.
story as well. Like Zal still has a fighting chance. So, like, might as well.
when Riboku gets out, he's gonna put 2 and 2 together. He's gonna talk to Banaji. You never got my message? Nah, I bet. So I can't trust this nigga. But I don't. Well, maybe Sensuiju, because that nigga look like he down for whatever. But
Yeah,
I don't think Riboku would like kill that nigga.
I just like okay. Even if he doesn't, like I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because like why would like he realize that guy is like not working for Zhao at that moment if he's not trying to do anything in its power to help Zhao.
But that's the thing, though. The king is not really. The king is not really trying to help.
Yeah, you can argue his actions were like of someone that's loyal to Tojo, not necessarily against Zhao.
His actions are in line with the king, so it's like I don't know if that's enough to kill him. Like unless like Riboku, unless they really go after the king too and try to put the son on top. If they do that, then yeah, he's dead. But just killing him,
I would fucking love that.
Nah.
Yeah, because even though he is coming out, I still think like because after taking this big L because of the king and like how having like the king and those politicians like having a negative effect if Riboku wants to save Zhao in it, all the politicians and the crown prince are gonna like try to take out the king and maybe get a dub in the next war or something and take the L.
I wish that would happen, but I honestly don't think so anymore.
The king needs to die though for the Kantan invasion to work.
Maybe he just fucking succumbs to sickness. I don't know.
So I mean that lines
I
up
wouldn't be
perfectly,
surprised.
right?
Okay, so look, he didn't use the 100k Kantan because he really wanted them as his own protection. But if they're attacking Kantan, he has no reason not to use them. So
But at the same time, how can you trust this guy? Like he can just, if Riboku wants to do something, and at any time the king could just disagree with his plan, despite being the best plan, just for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Rather than it's his best general.
I can see him agreeing to it when it comes to like that close to his like the Zal's demise and shit. Because he was like in the past agreeing with Riboku's plans and shit. So I don't know why he would stop.
True.
So, I mean, the king could get killed by Sansuiju and them. Like say another what they said 5 months pass. So say another 7 months pass, a full year with Riboku in jail, right? And they're desperately losing against Osa and Konki and them because my nigga, that's 3 GGs against Kocho, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kocho and Sansuiju and them. So after a year of Riboku being locked up, they kill the king, and then the prince takes over. He releases Riboku, and then everything's back on track. Because the king has to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no... He has to die. Point blank, period.
Pretty much.
Before the next war.
I don't know.
In order for Riboku to... No, because...
Bro, the guy pulled him out of a wall, like, in the middle.
Because Haru could technically just have him free Riboku, and then it would be whatever.
No. Because if he frees Riboku and he still lives, then there's the possibility of him doing some fuck shit again if Riboku looks like... You know what I'm saying? If it's like Riboku's about to lose. He could then send an order and have the entire army abandon Riboku type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
What if Riboku wins? What if it's like Riboku against Konki, and this is when he wins a war?
Even then, Riboku against Konki or Osun would be like a very difficult matchup where to someone like the king, it will look like he's losing or not doing good enough against someone. And he could just pull him out.
The king didn't say shit during Shukai, which was a close-ass battle. He waited until after Shukai to be like, alright, you lost. Come, bring you in.
I mean, but that's what he told Riboku before. You lose Gyo, you lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. Riboku could have taken Gyo back, but the nigga wanted 10 days to do it.
Yeah.
Like, he told them, like, he literally asked the elite guards, can you give me 10 days? Like, my nigga, 10 days?
That's all he needs, bro.
Army?
Bro, you understand, listen.
Queen could have came up with another plan in 10 days.
No, listen. Actually, no, I don't know about that. Listen, I ain't gonna cap fam because the way King was talking, this was the last leg. Like they took over Gyo and they realized, oh snap, we ain't got no food. We done. They were waiting to get attacked, and thankfully the king just had to hold Riboku at the last minute. Because Riboku figured everything out. He literally figured it out. I'm like, and if Riboku had 10 days, he would have bodied all again. And that's a fact. In my opinion, he would body all again if he has to.
I don't know about that because he said he needed 10 days and their food came that night.
No, but it's that I think on the way to when he's going to the king or whatever, going to the capital. Mm-hmm. Remember, he figured out what was happening. Like he figured out
that was the same night he got picked up, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got picked up in the daytime. By the nighttime, he figured it out. But by nighttime, the key army was already there. There would have been a battle. Yeah.
What's nighttime? Wait, what's nighttime? I could have sworn it was like an evening time. Like I could have sworn it was still like. Okay, bet.
There's a lot of factors because let's say like Riboku does come in time. Maybe they could like hold them off for like a very small amount of time, like shoot arrows from the top and then have like shield troops or something. Or we don't even know how the timing works out if Riboku figure it out in time.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, even if King blocked it, you're right with
for me, I'm just giving Riboku the benefit of the doubt because Riboku. That's always why I'm saying that because it's him. If it's anybody else, I ain't saying that. But because it's him, I'm saying he could figure out.
Also, something else we need to take into account is that Riboku said he was going to go to sleep before the guys came, so maybe he just slept it through. And then because they actually captured him, he was like sitting there like pondering what was going to happen, and then that's why he figured it out in time at least. So we don't really know. There's like too many factors to take into account.
I think that he would have tried to sleep, but like. He's too much going on, so he's probably still thinking about that situation then as well.
Because like you gotta think he was mad pressed, thinking like what is next. Like he was super pressed, thinking what is next. So he knew something was up. He did it because that boy was not.
He was hoping for the. He was hoping. He wanted to confirm the river, right? And then he was about to go to sleep. He didn't like. That's what I'm saying. He didn't even fathom the key army coming until later that night after he got captured. That's a fact. So what I'm saying is. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, right? Say they don't take him. Say he's still there and the nigga goes to sleep and wakes up in his sleep like, oh shit, there's still one option. He still has to fight a battle. There was still a key army there ready to, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the key king said. It's only proper that we see our food delivered. So they had an army there to make sure the food got delivered. Plus you got the hungry niggas in Gyo. If they see a food supply line coming towards
ape
them,
shit, bro. They're going ape shit.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. They're
Yeah.
going blood, and that's what I'm saying. Either way, Raboku would have failed. The nigga asked for 10 days and had 12 hours, bro. Like that. No, he fails at that moment.
I feel like the only way he could have stopped that from happening is if he gets to it before they come to the beaches. If he stops down
Yeah,
there.
I don't want to comment one way or another. I felt like Kara left it ambiguous on purpose.
Yeah, I just think like from what I like how it would play out.
Yeah, I could see either scenario, but what do you guys think about Ten saying, weren't there rumors of a death penalty for Riboku? I'm interested in this because I don't know if this is after they already won Shukai or maybe even before. Like, the fat guy told him, like, I know my king, he's gonna say if Riboku loses Gyo, then he gets the death penalty, he's gonna get captured. So maybe, like, that was part of Osen's calculations, he knew that was gonna happen. Just a thought.
I don't think so.
I would vibe with that if it was coming from anybody but 10. But where would 10 get that info from?
Maybe they were just like giving her info about the battle in general.
No,
like after the fact.
To show it from like the previous days, I think.
Like just explaining the whole situation. I don't know.
Some of that shit, bro, it's like so like fucking the timing of it is too much to calculate in my opinion. How shit went down. Like there's so much shit that happened that that was out of the calculations for like the timing to make sense.
In my mind, it's a toss up just because because King was pretty much dead. Like everybody was dead and could barely stand up. That's why I'm saying Broker could have did something. That's always why I'm saying that.
I agree.
Broker Mans had more energy. That's about it. That's always why I say that. They just had more energy to fight back.
I think the Kanki army was still eating good, so they would have fought.
Send out the Zeno clan. They've eaten people up until that time.
They've eaten the dead people. I'm saying so. Like they're good. Don't.
That's so bad.
No, like for sure. Like they were like I don't know what the food supplies for the Kanki army was, but they definitely had more food.
Oh, listen, Kanki army was good. That's a fact.
Yeah. So like, if it came down to a fight, like they already bodied their Boko army once, so they can do it again if they have to.
Not going to comment on that.
Wait. Here we go. Kanki didn't buy Raboku.
Don't fall for the bait. Don't fall for the bait, J-Ro. Don't fall for the bait.
Okay, I see. Okay, bet. I got you.
What bait, bro?
So yeah, let's talk about the award ceremony after 30 minutes. I think it's about time. So, how do you guys feel about Osa not getting GG?
I didn't even realize that.
That's a fact. He didn't get GG. That's a fact. Hold on.
Oh shit.
The only explanation I have is that before he gets
that is
GG,
crazy.
Who wants to talk to him? And they'll have a one-on-one thing, and then they'll make it a ceremony. Like they'll go to wherever he is and give him GG.
Well, technically, Mobile didn't get GG after the fucking.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
After the coalition arc either. So we gotta wait because the only one that was named a GG like during their award ceremony was Toe, and that's when they had that shit in Sanyo.
Yeah.
See, if Osen and Say had like a one-on-one like shortly after this, and then that's where he becomes a GG, I would like it. I would just be kind of salty that we didn't get to see that from Mobile, and it was just skipped over.
The thing. Oh yeah, true. But like, it's more vital for the one-on-one to happen with Osen because I think they'll have like a very important conversation.
I guess it'll still be a cool combo with Mobile.
Yeah, and I can actually see it being like recent because like Osen coming, they could have had Osen not come back too. Like you could have sent someone as well. So him coming back can play like a vital part. Him only getting GG, and sadly Kanki not getting it for whatever reason. So we'll see.
Also for the Mobile scenario, like I thought a possibility was they thought he just needed a tad bit more experience, so they let him lead like a few battles, like similar to the scale of the one we saw him at during the Mogu Death chapter. Like it looked like it was like 60k versus 60k. Like let's say they just said just lead a few battles, like get your experience up a bit, and then we'll give it to you because you're already qualified for it. You just need like a bit more experience.
I feel like it doesn't really work that way when you at a certain level, like Mobile and all these people are. Like it's not like.
Well, I think it's special for Mobile because unlike these other guys, like he's not known to be a strategist.
Okay, yeah.
But you see Yatanwa, how she became GG because of her coalition, how she came outside. But outside, the reward for her mountain people wasn't nothing to do for promotion. So Olsen could just get promoted like after this, like a little small box panel. Due to his efforts to get promoted, you know.
A small box would be ass, but like I was saying in the Kingdom chat, it could be that the Hari doesn't want Osen to have a one-on-one with Say because once the 60G are reenacted, he wants all of them to have a one-on-one with Say.
Oh yeah, that is true. That would be a more powerful moment in it than this.
I don't know. Did y'all see the panel between them two? Like
that
the
was
looking,
dope. It's like
like
eyes match.
yeah.
Eyes dope. I like that. It was like
Say
nothing
it
in the
was
background,
just-
just white.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait, which panel?
When they're
what is this?
saying also and looking at each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was some dialogue with like say
Bruh.
being like this man's eyes like they're different. They're kind of different.
Like the cocky shit.
Yeah.
That was dope
I
too,
just
man.
love how my man Say is just
Bruh.
just smiling at this nigga like, yeah, what's up?
That moment with Conky can like just show like growing affection for his side.
Speaking of Conky,
No,
my man
Conky,
Mara,
listen, bro,
yo.
Maru is a goat, bro. I love
yeah,
that boy.
facts.
For real,
Mara is
bro.
a goat.
I'm telling you,
yeah. I'm out. I'm chilling with the
he's five
bitches,
in
my
the king
nigga.
level, bro.
Hey, this ain't bad. Hey, I'm supposed to be going back, but you know what? I got a little 10-day vacation stored up. I'm good for a bit.
Good.
I take this as portrayal of like confirmation, pretty much that he's Conky's right hand because Baggio came and he's Yotano's right hand. So
I was
the
telling
right
people
hand's
this
kinda
shit,
like-
bro.
True.
So what does that make Rido? The left hand?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe I don't know.
I
Probably
don't know.
actually.
I call
It's
right.
always
I
them
call
always
muscle.
bickering
No, I
as
call
well,
him
too.
muscle. I don't think he right. I think he just muscle.
No,
think
I
he just
actually
like.
think
Nah,
he's
Zeno.
No, he's-
Zeno
That could be
is
fair.
muscle.
Oh, you're right. That you know that's right. I got
Rido
Rido
is
right. Zeno
definitely
muscle.
like
He's
a-
right. You're right. Rido is.
He's a right
Zeno
hand.
is
He always
definitely the
leads
muscle.
the wings and shit and stuff. So, and he stopped like the Rebellion army by himself.
You know
so.
what?
Not for
wait, this-
nothing. Not for nothing.
So what,
Conky's army is a little flipped in the sense that his strategic commander is his right hand, whereas his like battle commander is his left hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas most people have like their battle commander as their right and then their strategic. Like Kisui had Bati as his right.
Yeah,
Ryuto as
especially
his
if
left.
they're strategic themselves. Like if they're
What you
strategic
call it?
themselves, yeah.
Gakue,
Yeah.
Kenmo for Kesha, Gyoun, and fucking Chogaryu. So it's like Conky's a little different in that aspect.
His army is just crazy, man. That's what I say.
Bro, look, okay, it's off topic, but now I think about this. Who will win?
Probably.
Zeno? Who will win? Zeno or Baijo? Now I think about that.
Zeno
Bajo.
slabs.
Zeno.
What?
See,
Baijo.
listen,
This is
Zeno
one of the
slabs.
oldest arguments we've had, and there's still no
Baggio.
conclusion to it.
Zeno slabs, dude. Baijo.
Listen. listen,
Baggio.
I'm team by this thing. I'm team Baijo, but low key, listen, Zeno. Hey,
no,
man.
I'm not trying to sleep on Zeno. I'm not saying it's a low diff, but Baggio got this, bro. High diff, I don't care. But
A better
Baggio got this.
comparison would be Baijo and Rido, in my opinion.
Hell
Baijo
no,
still, what the
Baggio.
heck? Baijo gonna slap it. What the heck?
Baggio bodies that. Oh my god.
Damn,
You
I
better-
got everyone against me now.
Bro, you better stop
Yo,
with
look.
that. What the heck?
Not even Kaz is
Look,
defending
listen.
you. It's time to quit.
Nah.
Bro,
Ryder's
you
smoking the
really-
whole Yotaro army, man.
I want to say that you fell into the bait, but you started the bait. You started this.
Dude, I'm not baiting, man.
No, not
This
you.
Baijo shit
Not
is bait.
you.
It was
yeah.
me. It was
Yeah.
me, dog. It was me. Because listen, I really think about this. Like Baijo is a goat, but bro, Zeno really just be out here, bro. Low key, I don't think I've ever seen Zeno ever like struggle enough at any situation at all ever.
Yeah,
But
dude,
he's
it's like
only
going-
fought fodder.
Yeah.
He's only fought
Bro,
fodder.
who do you think kept Bananji at bay at Gyo? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Shut up, Kaz.
Like, what do you mean? That's facts. What?
But
No, not
if we're
really.
talking about not on
Not really.
horseback, I definitely think Baggio's too much for him. He's too agile. He's too quick.
Oh yeah,
on
if he's on
horseback.
horseback, that's a fact.
Bro,
Horseback's a different
from
story.
before this arc, you think before
I
Gyo
actually
versus
think that
Akko, bro.
Zeno is faster than people think he is. Just due to
For real, like Akko looked slow at first, but look how fast he was.
Eiko did not look slow.
I'm about to say,
Like the same
thought
way,
he
the
was
same way that
slow?
Akko is fast and Bananji, all these brutes are fast.
Mm.
Like Zeno has the same shit going for him, in my opinion.
Yeah, size
I'm,
right,
like I said, I'm not saying it's a low diff. I'm just giving Baggio the edge.
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. But in my opinion, people call me biased, but I give him the benefit of the doubt and I give it to Zeno. I have high hopes for Zeno, especially if we have like a big arc with Conky to eat in there or something, where Zeno might have to actually fight someone worthwhile. He's not gonna fumble the bag. He's gonna do well, and everyone's gonna notice it. I saw.
You know what I'm happy about? You know what I'm most happy about in this chapter?
What?
That Heki wasn't giving shit.
Bro,
Thank
he
God.
That might be a fact. That might be
Yo.
a fact.
I did not want to see him.
Now that you
Thank
mentioned it,
horror, my nigga. Cause real shit, I was gonna when I saw Baggio there and he was accepting Yotara's reward, I was like, okay, thank you. Niggas is not gonna blow my fucking high with this bullshit. Like Kingslayer, General Heck. Oh, bro, you don't understand.
That would have been so. Bro, also some
tight
ass.
I would've
I don't
been.
care. Naruto sucks. Fuck that guy.
But yeah, that's probably the best thing about this chapter, other than Shin and them becoming generals.
My heart kind of dropped towards the last panel where it shows Bihei and like the Haishin unit. I thought the guy next to them was Heki for a second. Like I was like, is that Heki? The guy with the far right that has like a similar goatee. I like, is that? I don't know. I don't really remember how Heki looks like, bro. I just like completely took him out of my mind. But he kind of looked like Heki for a bit.
With the double page spread? Nah, you tripping.
Yeah, I don't remember who you look like. How
That's
Heki looks like
Ryusen.
anymore. Is that Ryusen, the guy on like the next
far
to
right?
Bihei?
Oh,
The
next
farthest right, next to like the small kid. I thought for a second that was Heki.
I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, it doesn't
slight
look like
resemblance.
fucking Heki either.
Yo, why is Heki sweating at the award ceremony?
I don't know,
Like,
man.
Come
I was
on,
like,
bro.
he's probably
Come
pissed.
on, bro.
Yo, fuck, he said love me, shit. And he's more respected. Fuck.
Nah, he definitely. Yo, all right. You know what else I'm tight about? Shin has on fucking rags still.
That's for sure. I was talking to someone about this too.
Like, bruh, you got a new fucking mansion, my nigga. Why can't you get some clothes? Like, come on.
That
Even
shit
if
makes
you
no
gotta rip
sense.
even if you get some new clothes and then you rip the sleeves off because that's your style or whatever, like, my nigga, get some new fucking robe. Like, yo, this is hurting me.
Dude, everyone else was swagged out. Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Bro.
This man Uhon look clean in this
He
shit,
looked
yo.
clean.
Moten
I'm
always
not
got the
even
drip,
bothered.
but this nigga Uhon look clean as a bitch.
And Shin wonders like it's no bitches, bro.
Olsen's still wearing his army clothes though.
Yeah, he just came out. He's like just
But
dismounted,
his-
you know.
I was
Osen
saying,
different,
he
bro.
just- he
Everyone
just got
says
back
my
from
thanks.
the
Osen
front
says
line.
thank you.
Hold on, hey, question real quick. I have a question.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Question real quick. Were y'all not irked that all three of them got the equal amount of praise for everything?
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
irked
No,
I
y'all?
was.
really.
It wasn't
Yeah,
completely
if
equal, but
you-
I was.
No
I wasn't
bullshit.
really
If you go and watch my live reaction, I literally paused and I was like, "Nah, Shin did better than Uhon." Like, fuck out of here, son.
Bruh, I'm like, listen. Moten,
Nigga,
I'm cool with
Shin
Moten.
saved Uhon's life. Nigga, fuck you talking about?
Listen, bro, Twale,
I
I'm
feel
like,
like in the
listen.
grand scheme though, that's what they're
In
looking
the
at. Like
bro, in the
they're
grand
all
scheme of
good,
things, Shin
more than
bodied 3.
enough.
Nah, in the grand
to-
scheme of things, Shin's unit bodied 4 generals. They didn't even mention
That's a
Kinmo.
fact. Listen,
They
that's a
even-
fact.
Like,
That's
it might not have.
Thank you.
It might not have been official, but they didn't even mention that Shin took over the left wing. I mean, the right wing while Uhon was out. They didn't.
Bro,
Yo,
no one even noticed his death, and that's why.
Listen, I'm like, listen, Moten can listen.
Ohan
Moten can
took
have
off
his.
going,
I'm
bro.
cool
They're
with
not winning
Moten, but
without that shit.
I'm like, listen, Ohan literally got clapped. He came back, struggled, and literally was being get carried by Shin the entire second half of the
He
war.
saved
Like, what you
Osen.
talking about?
I'm joking.
He also
Man,
pulled
come
his
on,
own
dog,
weight.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Like the way I always look at it narratively, right? Like the way the arc started with all them 3 being picked out, and all them 3 did what Sai asked them to do. Like they exceeded the expectations by bounds. Them all getting a general on the same reward is fitting, and them still being grouped together is fitting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know,
nah,
cause
fuck that. They should have. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They should have cut down on the
Shit,
whole
fanboys.
migration shit. No, this is not. This is just what I'm saying. They should have cut down on the whole migration shit, right? Like we agreed, like maybe 2-3 pages less, right? And then expanded upon, you know what I'm saying, the fucking reward ceremony a little bit more, giving everybody individual, like, I don't know, my nigga. Because, like, again, they all did they shit. Having become general is cool. But it's like, man, my nigga Shin bodied 4 generals, bro. Took over the right wing. Helped Moten do his shit. Fucking kill. Come on, bro. That's not the same.
Let
It's not.
Kisui live.
probably
But
6
yo,
to be honest, because the Joe Bros, I feel like they're generals.
The thing that I don't like, that I would like replace the time they spent the migration with. I wish they listed the same way they listed for Moten what Osen did, and like that's just like I didn't understand how that was like a text box, bro.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah, I really didn't like that either.
They gave him like,
Yeah.
like I get cocky did anything, but at least Osen, like even Yatawan, they got to mention what they did. I mean, yeah.
And given that, Conky also and Yatham got the same shit, so the M3 getting like cooled out at the same time is
Yeah.
maybe,
And people are mad that Conky got more than Shin in them. When like in all the time of Kingdom, like the generals, like the guys leading the shit, always get, if they're getting rewarded, they get more than the guys like the armed generals.
Nah, I would say I ain't mad about that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like
That's
Moku got a higher reward than Kanki did at Senyu when he.
Osen should have still got
Osen
some
didn't get
reward
that
at Sanyo
shit.
then. He should have been over Shin.
Yeah, Osen didn't even get anything. Like what?
Facts.
Because what did he do though?
That
on
made me,
paper.
Bro,
I mean, he
won
did a
the
lot.
War. He won the war.
Dude,
That
like,
really on
actually,
paper though, when you talk about
he was
feats and
vital,
he just
yes.
survived.
but like
You know what
these
I'm
guys always mention achievements, like tangible achievements they did. When like they talk about how these guys killed this guy or this guy, they talked about how Kanki killed 2 people. The Gaimo and the commander in chief basically ending the war with Osen's help. So like they always if they always value like tangible achievements like that. So it seems like.
I mean, Osen's achievements were pretty tangible though. Like he stalemated the right, I think it was, or was it the left?
Yeah,
I forgot which side, but he stalemated like
right.
pretty much the 5 days, and then at the end he got Kyoen in check even at the end, and then he had that army that made Rempa withdraw. So I don't get why they hype Moten just stalemating when that's not really a tangible feat.
True.
You know, like you're just
true.
holding your ground.
No, but that's
true.
the thing. No. This is why they hyped it up. Well, the reason why I think
because it was above his pay grade, basically.
No, I'm fine with them hyping it up. I'm just saying they should have hyped up Osen if you're gonna hype up something like that.
No, and then this is why. This is the difference. Osen was already a general at the time, so that's expected and what you're supposed to do.
It's still a feat, though.
No, it's still a feat, but it's not.
Running
for
5 days.
But for a 5,000 man commander to literally take over an army 4 times his normal size, and to stalemate for 5 days against an army that's bigger than yours, better trained, you know what I'm saying?
And everyone knows how Kisui is too. Like
right, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes it. Like,
you know what's mad? Kisui has 0 feats this arc.
Nah, he got hyped up by the Kanki army.
See, Twale, for me, what you're arguing, it would make even more sense for Kanki to not be over the Monster Trio then, because that was like definitely expected from him to at least do that much.
Yeah, but like I was saying,
for him doing that much,
when it comes to generals get above the. If they're gonna get
his army, you know what I'm saying?
Then I think Osen should have been above Shin and Sanyo then.
Yeah, I agree with the whole Shin part.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
don't think he should have been above like even Moku as well.
During after the Kokyo Hills arc, did we get a reward ceremony?
No.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
So it's like
Kanki didn't even come back. I feel like he just stayed there, like he expected him as expected of Kanki. 5 days, one of the best feats in the series, but as expected of Kanki.
Yeah, Draco.
It is one of the best feats in the series. No, he didn't. I'm gonna defend him. That taking the hills in 5 days, 3 days, whatever. That is one of the best feats in the series. Osen has the better feat, but I'm just saying.
Of course,
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's one of the best, but I don't know if it's top 10.
What, Kanki's Hill will not be in top 10?
That's trash.
Taking that.
I'm trying to think of
going back to not taking the bait. Round 2, I guess. Cass, stay strong, bro.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this discussion.
No, there's no chance.
Here we go.
Fuck the hills. What he did to Keisha's top 10.
Nah, because that was more so Keisha being trash.
No, that's you thinking Keisha's being trash when in reality everyone outside is different. Which is obvious.
That was
Kanki made Keisha stupid, bro.
No,
that was
made him retarded.
That's people outplaying other
being
people.
better. I would say that was 10 being better than everybody thought she was, and then Kanki capitalizing. Well,
no, I'm not talking about killing Keisha. Oh, true. I agree with you. He expected that from them.
10 was better than everybody expected. Keisha thought he was going to capitalize, right? Keisha thought he was going to capitalize on them being there. You know what I'm saying? Them being weaker than him. Kanki thought he was going to capitalize on Kesha taking the high Shin unit bait. And then Shin capitalized by killing Kesha.
The thing is, Twale, I agree with you, but it doesn't make sense for Kanki not to expect 10 or the high Shin unit to do that, because it seems like his entire plan revolved around them being bait. So, like, he expected them to be in that position to be used as bait, in my opinion, before. The way he even positioned his people, hiding Zeno.
See, I don't know, Draco. I think before they fucked up, he expected them to do something like that, but when they were in that position against, like, you know, the river, I think he might have thought that was too much at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
Not even that, but 10, like, no, because their objective was to keep pushing forward from the river. It was 10 that decided, fuck that, we're going to go to the center hill. Their objective was to keep pushing forward. They weren't supposed to go to the center hill.
That's what I'm referring to, John Kids, when I say like.
But then Kanki adapted to the
I don't think he probably expected them
Emperor.
to pass the hill, but he was hoping they did. But then once they did, he realized that the right play to do from them is to do what Ten did, and then he used that to make his plan.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He capitalized off of what Ten did, but I don't think he planned for them to do that. He was shitting on them before, calling shit a slave boy and shit. Like
they got his respect back when they got past the river, bro.
Shit, I don't think he got shit. I don't think he respects Shin.
Nah, I'm talking about like at least Ten's do baby like using her brain, I guess, for strategic skills.
I mean, when Shin like came there, his first thing he said to him, or one of the first things, he's like, "I'm seriously glad we have people that get shit done like on our side right now."
Yeah, he definitely respected them at like the beginning, but then he kind of fucked them over.
Honestly, I took that as sarcasm.
I kind of did.
With Kanki, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I took it, because it came from Kanki, and then right after he said like, "I'm gonna show you how the big boys do it," type shit, right? Like
he hugged him as well. Like it felt like something like weird. Yeah.
You get shit done, but let me show you how it's really done, little nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't respect shit. Like
he didn't give him a lesson.
So. He doesn't respect him because of the difference in like skill and rank and that. But he knows Shin has the ability in it. Like I'm sure, because at the awards he was even watching him. Like
I feel like. Sorry,
I feel like he doesn't respect Shin because of his naivete.
Yeah, I agree.
don't respect much people though.
His greenness. Yeah, his greenness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just his like, oh, you're not willing to hurt civilians? All right, you a little nigga to me. You're not willing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think
I feel like
enough outside the box.
He respects him to an extent, because I feel like, you know how they were coming in, they were talking about how a lot of people that come to help Kanki end up missing. He respects him about those niggas and knows like he at least has the resume to back up why he's being sent over here, and he has like history of getting shit done. So you give him that, at least that bare minimum respect. But like above that, like it's not gonna go to him.
Hold on. Okay, see now I'm back now. See, y'all have been capping on Kanki name like Kanki ain't out here like supreme overlord out here.
What the fuck?
Hold on. One, my man Kanki. Listen, my man Kanki knew what time it was and shit. Listen, he had shit as bait. This thing, and this is how I saw it. This is how I saw it. Either shit was gonna make some shake, or shit is gonna fail. Either way, Kanki had a plan evolved around either way it goes. Kanki was good. He just is gonna put shit in a position to where either gonna sink or swim. If you trash, you gonna die. Hey, not on me. That's just how I see Kanki's character.
He ended up disappearing. Grabbing the shit, or he ended up disappearing. Like he died in battle, bro. We don't know what happened.
Hey, listen, he disappeared. Listen, he was make a plan.
He got shit done.
Yeah, I'm saying that like if he didn't get shit done, like he would disappear. Like if Kanki would kill him, he would like make it in a way that he would disappear.
Listen. I will say, if Kanki felt like shit was a threat or like shit was in his way, he would face Shin. That's a fact. I ain't gonna disagree with that. He would face Shin in a heartbeat.
In a fight? Army versus Army, yeah, but like Shin versus Kanki?
No, I ain't.
Shin ain't ready for that pocket sand. Come on now.
No.
What are you talking about? I don't even think he would like be worth Kanki moving. He's just like destroying his army.
No, hold on, Twilight. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about, remember after everything happened and Shin was in his camp and he's almost had shit killed because shit was being noble and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like pretty much he was like, okay, bet you been too soft, fam. I'll go ahead and fade him real quick.
You get too comfortable.
I ain't gonna hold you. If it came down to if niggas would have threatened Shin, Kyokai might have actually killed Kanki.
Bro,
the fact that they threatened
Listen, that's a fact. Listen, that's a fact.
I'm just saying, she would have actually cut that nigga. All I'm saying is, there's not a commander on
Kanki to block that shit. I mean, what's going on? Akko was blocking shit.
What?
You kept
Kyokai stops time, bro. Like borderline, like.
Listen, tone. Let's spread.
Listen.
You better stop.
All I'm saying is this, right? There's not a commander on Kanki. There's not a commander on Kanki's side that can beat Shin or Kyokai.
Koki or Shin and Kyo. Bro, Kanki himself, man. Come on.
Oh, we act like he can't fight, but I feel like I rather.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no protection for Kanki.
Hold on, wait. Let's
bro. So you telling me Kanki beat Shin and Kyokai in a
hold on, real quick.
I give him.
As of right now, I'm with Twilight. I have to go Twilight because right now I ain't seen Kanki fight, so I can give him that fiat. Just get a same with Boku.
He's the supreme overlord, though, bro.
Nah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
also
even
fact.
saying. No.
'Cause he
I'm
big
not
brain,
even
that's why
saying
he
that
big brain.
Conky.
That's why
I'm not
he
even
big
saying
brain.
Conky can't fight. I'm saying Conky can throw hands and throw swords. I'm saying Conky got skills. I'm just saying he's not physically stronger than Shin and he's not faster than Kyokai. So at best, it's a high def fight, but both of them beat him.
There's really nothing to go off. Just what people think about him.
I'm just go off. Listen, I seen Shan beat the real strongest in China, so I'm gonna go
Fact.
off.
Bro,
that.
you're still going for that even
No,
after you
yeah.
lost to Shin?
You
There's
know,
actually no
listen, it
chance.
never changed. You know what time it is. I told you.
Bro.
He beat the real strongest China. He beat the real number one in China. Just now, he just beat him.
Zeno gets
Bro,
clapped.
just
Rhino
take the
gets
L.
clapped.
Just take it. I promise it
Maran
won't be that
gets
bad.
clapped.
Listen,
Kokyo
y'all-
gets clapped.
listen.
Kanki ain't being current Shin, but
It's
Kokyo
okay,
Hill
Jay.
was
Well,
like
I was
that
right.
because
It is what it is.
Nah, you never right. Listen, listen.
If your power was so
Will
strong,
always
because
be
United.
top one in the verse. I don't care what y'all tell me. He always be top one, and nothing that y'all can tell me any other. He will fade Mobu. He will fade anybody you put in front of him.
No
So
chance.
Hogan?
Yes,
Especially after how sad he went out.
yes,
Nah.
She got cut in half
I'm
by Cat, almost
on
died.
that way,
What are you
Twilight.
talking
I'm there.
about? Hater.
I'm there with it. I'm there
Hater.
with it. Yeah, I'm there with it.
So do you
I'm
think
of the
Shin's stronger than
mindset-
Mobu too?
I ain't listen. He ain't showing Oaken. He listen.
Yes, he is.
Pot the man said he won. No, he not. Stop.
Nah,
Bro, he
that
did
was-
it.
Stop playing.
He did it though.
Stop playing
That
right now.
was-
Stop playing.
yo,
The
that-
plot
he has
is what
more
happens in the manga.
He
I ain't
has
having
more weight
this.
than he has
You
more
can,
weight than
make it not make
Hoken.
sense.
He has more weight
That's
than
a-
Hoken.
that's
He
a
was not
fact, Mobile.
physically stronger than Hoken.
That's
He
a
was
fact.
also extremely fucking injured and tired, and he still came out with the dub.
Dude, the
I
way
ain't listen.
there's no
that's-
chance you can
that's-
see the way
I hate-
Hogan went
an-
out.
I hate that argument.
that's
I
an
hate that
extreme
I'm
trash.
not
fact.
downgrade him.
That
I
is
hate
an
that trash
extreme
words.
fact.
Hater.
That's an,
Nah.
How can you
nah,
not
that's a
see
fact,
the way
bro.
that this man went out?
My
He went out
man's
so
was-
sad.
Hold on, wait. This thing.
You're gonna
Listen.
think he's the strongest.
Hoken was losing his
No,
mind though.
listen. No,
Whole
this thing.
life was like-
That's what it's saying. How trash it was. Shin literally died mid battle, came back to life, and then faded Hoken, and then died again. Come on now,
He did
fam.
not
He
die
literally
mid-battle.
That's
Get the
how
fuck
bad
outta
Hogan
here.
is.
Man, no,
He died
yes,
so
I
he
don't
is.
know about.
Bro, he
Bro,
had
I don't know
the
about
biggest
him
friendship
dying.
power up in manga.
Bro, he might listen.
Bullshit.
Listen. You know, I'm
Nah, it's
exaggerating.
not a-
Listen. Shin got knocked to the point. I thought he died. He knocked out, came back, killed
true, he was
Hoken,
getting
and then
his
died
ass
again.
All I'm saying, it was not a friendship power up.
It
was-
wasn't. Are you,
no.
come on.
You
No,
were
it's-
Only the
it's-
Hold on. Come on,
No,
Twilight.
bro.
Twilight.
This has
Come
been
on.
established. This has been established in
No.
Kingdom since the yes it
What
has.
is that?
know it
I mean,
No,
it being
I
established
agree,
doesn't
but
not make it
come
a
on,
friendship
right,
power up.
Twilight, you right, fam. Twilight, you right. But the same token, he did remember everybody that he had
For real,
experienced,
what
and they
bad.
gave him energy, fam. Come on, Twilight.
No,
That's
bro.
what he did,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Literally.
Listen. In the terms of the Kingdom story, right? This is literally what Oki was telling niggas when he was fighting Hoken
I know.
at Bio.
No.
Listen,
The
I know,
difference
fam.
bet-
I
No, no,
agree, it
hold
makes
on,
sense,
hold
but it's
on,
still a
let me
friendship
finish.
power up.
Twilight, I feel like you're mistaking Aspool and friendship power.
Twilight.
It's
That's
not
what
Aspool.
I'm saying. It's not Aspo. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fact. It's
Okay,
not Aspo.
fine,
Yeah, it's not
fine,
Aspo. Yeah, it's
fine.
not Aspo.
Fine.
Come on, bro. Hold on.
It was
Wait.
just
Twilight.
crazy as fuck,
Wait. Twilight. Hoken saw them behind Shin too, fam. Hoken saw them too. Hoken was seeing ghosts. Come on now,
Yeah,
Twilight.
but okay, yeah, nah, but that's like
Come on now,
but that's
Twilight.
like when but that's like when
I'm
Shin
dead.
was fighting Mangoku. You know what I'm saying? And Shin saw all the spirits. You know what I'm saying? That was Mangoku's weight. He's carrying the weight of all of the fucking people that were buried
That's
at
a fact.
Chohei.
That's
Just
true.
like
That's a fact.
Shin is carrying
That's a
the weight of Oki, Dukio, Mangoku, Renko, fucking Sekio. You know
Even
what I'm
guys
saying?
who killed, like,
that's a
how
fact.
crazy is that? Like, come on.
But I get what you're saying. Okay, it's a friendship power, but it's not an asshole. Fine, I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
It was like establishing a story, but
It
Him
was
coming back to
established
life
in the
are all
story,
too dope.
and literally, this is like what I'm just saying. This is literally like the personification of what Gyo-un and Oki and them were talking about. The
Yeah.
strength of a man, the difference between a general and any other commander is that nigga. These people are on my back. It wasn't just the dead; it was all of the people that were behind Shin that were alive too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
See,
Fucking
after this, I don't even know if
friendship power.
Hoken's top 5 of all time. I don't
Shut
know,
up.
man.
Hey, listen. Hold
he
on.
got
Listen.
downgraded
Now
for me.
you playing. See, now you playing with me. I hate you now. So now you playing.
I have
Now you
Yoda
playing
around.
games now.
He said,
Now
now
you
you
playing
playing.
games now. Now you playing games. Listen.
What do you mean? Go ahead.
Hold on, wait. I'm right now at work. Hold on. I'm gonna go on mute real quick. Give me like 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Cut you out. Hold on.
Sure.
Yeah, because if someone's like
I don't know
remotely
about him
close
being not
to his
top 5
level,
Dawkins, but
all they
Well,
need is weight.
The thing is that I don't know. Like, okay, Mobu, Kanmei, Oki, Rempa, and Shin. That's already 5.
I don't even
Ohan,
think Shin's stronger than him.
I'd give it
Like,
to
on
Ohan
some
as well.
level.
He had every disadvantage and he still won.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give it, but I don't think Uhon
I
could have
do
done.
agree. Like, I don't know why.
I agree, Twale.
Kind of agree.
Ohan has that weight though, whatever
No.
it is.
Can't you
Nah.
agree? That's like
Who's like
fight
think about
does
it
not
though?
make sense to me.
Who's really on Uhon's
You
back
already know
right
I don't
now?
agree, Draco. You already know I don't agree. We had this argument before multiple times.
Yeah, but the fight didn't make sense through the fact that like he was getting his like he didn't look stronger than Hoken at all in that fight until the end.
He looked on par throughout the majority of the fight, and then at the end, Hoken started to doubt himself, which makes him weaker. And then Shin was like at his most
Hoken
powerful.
had to be weaker to even just shouldn't have a chance of winning the fight. And he
No,
didn't look out
but-
but
It still made sense though, and that's part of Hoken's character.
But if you think about it like this, if Shin was
yeah,
fresh,
that's part of his character.
even if Shin wasn't
So
fresh,
Shin is stronger.
If Shin had food, it would have been way different. Like
Yeah,
you could
if Hoken had
keep all the injuries. I'm just saying you can keep all the injuries, but if Shin had food, the fight would have
I
been different.
doubt it, man. A little morale boost and food doesn't matter, to be honest. So
the way
Bro,
he was getting his ass kicked.
Bro, the only problem with this war,
and not just see the skill gap there. Like what? That's ridiculous to me.
the only problem in this entire war was their food shortage. If them niggas had food, they could have kept fighting forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There would have been no time limit.
It didn't even seem to be a problem, bro. Because everyone keeps telling me that fucking and not having food makes you stronger. So like it became a power at the end. What? That's
In terms of morale, but Shin would have already gotten that morale one way or another because he's fighting fucking Hoken.
fact.
yeah, but like
That's the hate boost I always be preaching to you.
yeah,
That's why I think Toe. That's why I think Toe could do the same thing, bro.
the hate boost,
Toe.
all that shit that
Yes,
happened.
I think Toe
They
could
freaking-
kill Hoken because if you think Shin
I don't
is
understand.
boosted by the death of Oki, my nigga, Toe is boosted by the death of Oki, my nigga. Just the
But it
same way
wasn't
that
just Oki
Mobu,
though. It was Duke as well.
right?
You know.
But Toe already has his own weight. You know what I'm saying? He has his own individual weight, his own individual experiences, his own individual
What
power.
chapter was that
Hey,
fight?
It's not even close to that level to like even the weight becomes a factor. Would he not end up like Big Kill?
Did he not save? Did he not save Oki from
Come on,
Hoken's like
come
finishing
on,
slice?
He did.
Bro,
So
Hoken was
wasn't
enraged.
directed at him.
Hoken was
Oh, that was
enraged
a
and
sick moment.
bro.
Yeah.
Hoken was enraged, unshackled, whatever you want to call it. Toe popped up in there with the white eyes and said, "Yo, back." And then prioritized.
On Oki.
But the thing is, Toe prioritized getting Oki out of there rather than fighting Hoken. If he
he
continued
couldn't
to
fight
fight,
Hoken anyways.
what, bro? He would have killed Hoken at that moment.
I think
No, I don't think he would have.
With Hoken's injuries, I definitely think he would have won.
yeah, he would have won. Especially with that like fresh rage, you know. That's really crazy.
Bro, like no bullshit. It would have been the same thing that Oki did to Hoken after he killed Kyo. It would have been the same exact thing, bro.
No, because
I can't say
Hoken
that.
Hoken might not have died, but Hoken definitely would have gotten his ass beat.
I don't think so. Hoken will be on the high that he killed Oki. You know what I'm saying? Get cut.
No, he wouldn't have been because you got to remember the arrow. He saw the arrow. He knows the arrow was there. He wouldn't have been on no high. He would have been again doubting himself, questioning whether he had made it to the pinnacle, if he's still there. Like no, nigga. And especially now that we know his full backstory, bro, he'd have been sick. Yo, Toe would have clapped him. Fuck out of here.
No way. Bro, Toe's getting that Duke treatment even with him injured. You know what I'm saying? And throughout that battle, though.
Think about it.
You think Toe is like Duke level?
Bro, Toe was the freshest person there.
Yeah, I think he's around Duke level, just a bit above in it. He'll beat Duke for sure, but you know.
Alright, so what difficulty is Toe versus Gyeon to you?
Oh, that high mid diff to Gyeon?
High mid diff? What does that even mean? I understand mid high, but high mid? That's just high diff then.
That's what he meant. Yeah, I understood it. High mid diff, like the higher end of mid diff.
Yeah.
People usually call that mid high, but yeah, you're kind of wilding with that. I mean, we even saw in their exchange he deflected that spear.
Wait, time out. You talk about Gil-un that was just here at Shukai that stalemated with Shin that was barely able to use the glaive. He's
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
the made it with Shin. What the fuck is that? He was bodying Shin.
He was in a better shape than Shin though. How's that barely still made though?
What?
Because
Shin was like
because he
couldn't put him down until the very end.
Because he didn't kill Shin. I'm about to say he used everything in his power to kill Shin. Couldn't do it. Tried to break the glaive. Couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he was able to. I'm just saying he was able to walk away from that fight.
Fine, chilling, no damage.
He didn't get.
No, get the fuck out. If he wasn't extremely tired himself, then he should have just killed Kyokai.
Right. No, not even that.
I don't know what happened.
If he wasn't, no.
I definitely think he wasn't Kyokai. I don't know why he did.
If he could have. If he attacked her, nah, because he was more in shock at what she did. But if he attempted, he probably would have. But my thing is, if he had enough energy to go at Kyokai, why didn't he continue to kill Shin then go to the fire?
No, because the whole reason
he didn't know how weak Shin was, so he thought the fight would have continued.
And he left for another reason.
It would have continued because Shin would have kept going if the fight kept going.
Nah, bro. He was about to pass out.
We seen it happen with Hogan. Yeah, but I'm saying we seen him pass out against Hogan too when he got the fuck back up.
But he don't have that
much weaker.
The same difference of weight.
Nigga, he'll have the same desire to become a great general. He'll have the same desire to protect.
But he won't have the hate boost.
You were talking about the hate boost that you were referring to.
And all of that Oki behind.
That's just like the biggest misconception in the community.
Yeah, but I'm saying
slap Shin, bro.
He wouldn't need.
Do many people think he didn't?
Many people think like, oh, it's downplayed Gil and he couldn't even beat Shin, all this shit, all that stuff, bro. I don't understand. Like when
the worst thing I heard just now was Twilight saying he can barely use the glaive. That's definitely an attempt at downplay.
Yeah, like no one even refers to Gilman's rust.
What are you talking about?
There is no rust, Draco.
There isn't rust.
He had a significant fight like 10 years ago. Come on, even he's been training.
He was training.
But I'm saying Shin and Gil both commented that
not just him at the battle for your life.
He already fought through the battle. He was in danger.
There was nothing. There was no one ever endangering his life.
Challenge him in like 10 years.
It doesn't have to be. He's been training, and he actually had like a live battle.
There's no chance that you think training and fighting fodder is the same as fighting the guy that's close to your level. In a battle to the
I'm
death.
saying he doesn't have to fight someone close to his level to be at the same level he always was at.
Yes, he has. Like I mean, that prime condition of fighting the heavens and shit, and like fighting those people is not to say he's not at that level.
Your level of opponent will stagnate your.
Nothing to really say that.
Nothing to really say that. But like him saying,
who do we know that Mobu was fought and he was pretty much at prime condition at Bio and then at Coalition? All he's done is fucking the One Punch Man training regimen for like his whole life, and then he's like top tier.
Yeah, but he wasn't away from the battle for 12 years. He was fighting throughout that entire time.
I mean, he wasn't really fighting many battles either, because he was always at Ryofui's side.
Yeah, he was at a place that he can lead us. Like people thought that he was one of the candidates to lead an entire campaign. I bet you. I doubt he wasn't fighting. He had to ride through the rings.
But yeah, that's because there was no one left except for him.
Yeah, but like even if like
no one left capable.
Yeah, but like
they had people like.
So if he wasn't there, they would have given it to Moku. I doubt it. They'll like have to recall somebody or something.
I mean, they know he's a capable general. He just hasn't had opportunities to really tour the battlefields that much because he was at Ryofui's side.
Yeah, but I do think he has been at a certain level.
I can't necessarily say that. But then,
like 10 years.
How did he attain
12 years without fighting
general? How did he attain general if he was just at Ryofui's side this time? You know
I didn't say he was just at his side. I'm just saying he hasn't had that many opportunities. Like he's had battles.
That's a good analogy either way.
Why not?
Like I just said, he was fighting for a time when the person was retired for 12 years.
Yeah.
But training is fighting.
Nah, they said that They said that Gyeong-un and them was on the front lines protecting the inner regions of Zao. So they were.
No, not on the front lines. They just said he was protecting the inner regions.
From what? So who got to the inner regions? He's police, basically.
Yeah, he's the police, basically. Policeman going.
I mean, but if you consider the shit that goes on within Zao, like the whole, what was that? With the whole Kisui situation where you have like cities fighting amongst each other, nigga, that's civil unrest. That's true. That's the type of shit Gyeong-un would have been stopping, I think, right?
I don't think that like closer to the capital that shit like.
It was either what Twilight's talking about, or he's a policeman, or he took a more political side and tried to like keep the unrest because obviously Tojo would piss people off.
Because given
But anyways, I don't think you have to fight top tier people at all times to maintain your strength.
I just definitely think there's rust there, and to what extent we can argue about, but there's definitely rust there, which is in its core a nerf.
I see no reason to assume he isn't at the same level. And even if there was rust, it would have surely been shaken off like during the early parts of the exchange with him and Shin.
No, after 10 years of not fighting no one near your level, like it will take more than.
I don't think it's like literally equated to the same as like getting used to a new weapon. Like you just like the more you fight, the more the rust leaves you, and that's what's happening with going.
Who is Banaji? I don't even know if Banaji fought anyone that ever posed a real challenge to him in his time against the Xiangyu because he was known as a demon that crushed people with his fucking fists, and yet he was pretty much in prime condition. Toe, we don't really know who the fuck he fought. People didn't really know him like that because he didn't actually accomplish like that many great deeds. Mobu, like he's pretty much just been training off screen or whatever. We don't really know.
It doesn't even have to be like fighting somebody, right? Let's say the fierce Quan Yu, whatever the fuck, like they just like it could have been like a fierce ass battle, like he's fighting all the time, where they're like outnumbered and shit, and like he has to like reach deep in his like go in his demon mode to actually even like have a chance of winning. We don't really know the context of it. That could definitely happen.
That's fair. You know.
Still, that is just fodder though.
You're both making good points.
Yeah, but fodder with numbers is that. Like, dude,
can I just?
I'm really reading the Hoken fight and like. I might have been misremembering it, but Shin had some moments, but at the same time, like the Hoken still looked like in control the entire time until the end, where he got his glaive broken, and he was weaker, like
he was like slightly in control, but most of the time it was him and Shin fighting on par, with like him getting like edges here and there.
Don't you? I feel like you have to talk about like the times where like Hoken was ahead. Like you'd have these small like not small, but like a moment of where like they're fighting on par, and every time it looks like Hoken has like that one panel where like fucking knocks them out, like that big explosion where he overpowered Shin until the end.
But as the fight like reaches the climax, Shin's gonna get even stronger, and then Shin's at his very peak while Hoken also gets weaker.
This was this was the same chapter that he cut. I'll post it right now. This is the same chapter, like literally like 3 or 4 panels before he somehow was able to cut him in half. Like
son,
what? Look at this shit, bro. He was flattening them on the ground.
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all argument. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
go ahead.
But my nigga Shin is a fucking general, son. This shit's too high. Like, I'm rereading this chapter, like, for the 3rd time now. And it's like, yo, it happened.
Hey.
Like,
alright, so now I'm about to cut y'all out. No, yeah, I'm back. See.
Came back at the perfect time, right, Twilight?
This thing. I was gonna cuss you out for talking bad about Hoki, but I'm gonna stay there. And listen, y'all gonna disagree and be like, I'm capping. But low key, the best part of the chapter to me was the whole combo between 10 and old dude. I like that more than the whole ceremony, to be honest. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Like the whole back and forth as far as like how
it was
how
sick,
the landscape is and stuff. I like that more than the whole the ceremony itself. To be honest, I like that.
That shows how underwhelming the ceremony itself was.
No, hold on, wait, chill. Wait, chill. It was underwhelming. It's just I value more what came from that combo than what came from the ceremony. Pretty much. Let me say that.
Yeah, but couldn't it be underwhelming due to like the fact that started in the same chapter when the chapter itself was supposed to be about the ceremony?
I agree, Draco, and like I told Tale before, I feel like Shin should have had a speech or like some dialogue should have happened. Like I just feel like calling out their achievements and that's it. But maybe next chapter, Shin and Sei have a one-on-one and they talk about it. I don't know. Maybe that'll fix it.
Man, I don't know, but I feel like last chapter was like better.
I agree.
The house, you know what I'm saying, just that shit was dope, bro. Seeing my nigga get his mansion, everybody having a party. Like, it was man.
I like the name chapter better.
Yeah, get his name. That's what I'm saying. Getting his name, getting the house. Yeah, like this chapter was cool, but it's like I don't know, my nigga. I kind of like I said, I wish we would have gotten like the nobility like rank, like what, how many levels he went up, how many pieces of gold, and like I want to know that shit. If his fucking territory expanded, did he get a new city now that he's a general? You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit I wanted to know.
And like after like every feat the M3 had like during the war, we were like, oh, can't wait for the old ceremony. Like, it just doesn't live up to the hype.
And then they skipped out on Shin's achievement. They don't mention Kenmo. They don't mention him taking control of the right wing. You know what I'm saying? They really shaft Mike.
Wait, didn't they say he took? Wait, Ohan was still up.
Ohan giving that shit. Ohan was giving the controller.
They don't even mention him stalemating Gyoun. Like, if you're gonna mention Moten stalemating Kisui, then at least mention that, because that's definitely more impressive.
That's because that's Moten's
They
best
say,
feat.
despite being a 5,000
Don't
man
look
commander,
here. You say that.
Moten of the Gakuka was able to take command of 20,000 men and save the left wing from the brink of annihilation. He would then go on to fight evenly against the Zhao army of more than 30,000 led by General Kisui. Accomplishments may not have been flashy, but no doubt the efforts were key to the victory, right?
Yeah.
Then they go to Uhon. He was able to tear wide swaths through his enemy lines despite being cut off from his allies. When did that happen?
Oh, I think that's
They're talking about Bananji.
Chogari.
Yeah, they're talking about Bananji moment.
The Bananji moment.
See the entire.
Yeah, he was separated because Gakue and Chugari were coming after him, and then he attacked Bananji.
Okay. Boom. Then they say, and when Commander Akko of the right wing was taken out of commission, he was able to take command of our men. Not only that, he personally slew Gyo-un, considered to be the strongest of the Zhao commanders. It is also my pleasure to announce he shall receive the same reward, right? Then they go last, but certainly not least. You know what I'm saying? His efforts on the right wing were no less than the Gyoku.
Yeah, that was weird.
They were better. You know what I'm saying? As far as the right wing,
Action unit was better than the Gyoku.
They were definitively better. No,
hold on, real quick, Twale. They didn't mention Moten like helping Osen out from the Bananji pincer, and they didn't, and like also Ohan like taking command of the men. Like that didn't really happen.
They didn't mention Ohan saving Osen too.
Yeah, or saving Eiko, but Ohan never really took command of the men. Like he was never the leader.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Actually, when Akko was knocked out, he did like told him to retreat or whatever.
No, they were already retreating.
No, didn't he do?
He ordered them to retreat.
Blocked off Bananji and going.
When they were like attacking Eiko and like Kaken was saving Eiko. No.
Oh, was it Kaken that formed the whole retreat then? Like blocking off Bananji and going.
That was Ohan.
They were already retreating as Ohan came over.
Yeah.
Oh, alright then.
So and then Shin and them called the retreat of the entire thing.
So they go, whatever. They're no less than the Gyoku-ho. They were the two anchors. Then he goes, they put to rest Gakue, one of Zhao's most twisted. Then they say Togaryu, a peer of Gyo-un, was also brought down by him. And that's not
all. That
was
whack.
As his crowning achievement. Right, it's not even like the left hand of like Rinshoujo. They just a peer of Gyo-un. Like, damn. And then they say...
Well, that's kind of them saying that he's comparable, which is really impressive.
They didn't even say Gyoen was like RSJ's right hand.
Right, yeah, that's true.
They're just being beat. Like, I don't think that's like a being comparable, but they are comparable.
And then they named all the people Hoken killed and then said Shin killed Hoken. Nothing about him taking command of the right wing. Nothing about him. Nothing about...
From the commentator, though.
Bro, he had the biggest like physical achievement.
Yeah, I guess that's his bonus in above the M3. He got lost, and then the whole crowd got hyped for Shin's like when he said who Hoken killed and whatnot. I guess that's Shin's like one.
I feel like I do agree with people saying like I'm one of the people saying like it should be. I don't have a problem with it being the same, but killing Hoken is so huge that I feel like.
I mean, yeah, especially considering they said his efforts on the right wing were already not worse than Ohan's, and he didn't kill Ohan. Hoken on the right wing. Like this is like. In addition to him already being better than Ohan.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like they're trying to make it symbolic. They grow together.
He killed Gakue and Togaryu on the right wing. He killed... his unit killed Kenmo and Hoken in the center, at the center army. But again, they don't even mention Kenmo. Man, they shafted my boy.
Like Pika was really mad about that.
Well... maybe we gotta wait till next chapter to see what the actual like physical reward was.
What's his name? Yeah, Elsai gives him 1,000 people in his harem.
Bro, they get clapped in 10 tons, nigga. You think Kyokai's?
That's
1,000 new bitches, nigga. They get clapped in 10 tons. I can see, like I said it in my live reaction. I think Moten, because he's grateful that Shin killed Hoken or whatever for the Gramps, that he'll give Shin some new clothes. Even though I was hoping Shin had some new clothes now, but That's whatever.
Moten gotta hook him up with some bitches, bro. This nigga's trolling. The general gets nothing.
Well, he knows Shin already has his bitch. They're just not doing anything.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's over now.
You always gotta have a side, bro. No problem having a side.
I mean, it is ancient China.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be with
sure
y'all.
like, bro.
I would be with y'all if my main chick wasn't a literal assassin.
Oh yeah.
For real.
That's my only problem. Like and she can kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand? She can still kill Shin. Yo, no, I'm not testing those waters. Shin would be crazy to test those waters.
Man, just blame her for not trying anything by herself.
I mean, ain't that what the two things? Like, I'm pretty sure that like after this, my nigga, they're gonna bump ugly.
Your guy's a cuck, bro.
Bump
Tell him how
ugly.
you feel, bro.
Yeah, I was watching Mad Family Guy early.
But yeah, I think it should happen soon, but who knows?
I was talking about it to someone, like, if they're gonna have, like, people talking about how they're gonna be on screen, maybe, like, the whole scene and shit, like, the Queen Mother. Like, if they were ever to do that, Kyoka gotta have a big glow up. I don't want her looking like this. Like,
I mean, her robes are pretty cool, though.
Wait, was she even in this chapter?
Nope, I don't think so.
Yeah, but, like, hopefully, like, remember that one picture that goes around with, like, grown Shin and grown Kyoka or whatever? Like, maybe she, like, kind of, like, glows up a bit into more of a woman than a girl. Like him as well, in a sense.
Honestly,
in terms of, like, facial
I
features,
think,
sure, but I like her design, like her outfit.
Yeah, for
Not for
sure.
nothing,
Like, I like her physique.
like if you talking about like titties and shit, Kyoka has titties. She just keeps them taped down with the wrap shit. Like you saw that when they first found out she was a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? She has titties. They just pinned down.
Oh, bro, too late.
But yeah, is there anything else we want to talk about?
General.
Oh yeah, Shin being a general.
This was a good discussion.
Aw, man, like, I don't know how to feel about it, Twale, because yeah, he's a fucking general now, but it's something we've been waiting for so fucking long. And it just feels like,
and it's here.
But it just feels like, bro, okay, Shin's a general, guys. Here. He's a general.
It's a general for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know,
you know
man.
what? I get what you're saying. The chapter itself was anticlimactic, but
every time I see that double spread, I still get hyped, but I can't. Just like we've been waiting for so long.
The confirmation, bro. Like when Issei walked up to Shin and fucking like tapped him on the shoulder and like, yo, it's finally time. I was like, yo, it's fucking here, bro. My man's I'm hyped. I can't wait for his new armor. I can't wait for the fucking my man better have a cape. Yo, I don't care about the helmet, but he better have a cape. My nigga better flap. Yo, shit.
You gotta go like to Osen's freaking designer and shit. Give him a sick suit.
Oh man.
Just copy Osen's design except without the mask and Niguchi.
Yeah.
Yo, okay. What are predictions on like promotions for the unit? Because he's an army now. Like they said, it's the Re-Shin arm. We here, bros.
I definitely think Naki has to get promoted for sure. Sugen. Yeah, probably Sugen too. Well, not really a promotion, but there's gonna be more infantry, of course.
Sugen might become a lieutenant. Honestly.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's actually like nasty, dude. I like that guy a lot.
Honestly, I would say like not more than a lieutenant, but I would say he's on par. Like considering he's the entire infantry.
I mean, he's better than N's bum ass.
Yo, don't sleep. My man N been boosting morale on some crazy shit lately. He held down the fire against Gyo-un. Like, don't sleep on him.
He kind of has, yeah, you're right. He's still not no fucking Sugen, though.
But, I give you that. But you got to remember, he's the Heki of the group, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, he is. He's the normal man. That's what they...
Yeah,
that's what they...
Bro, you know what needs to happen? Fucking Heki needs to join, and then there's the Heki of the group, and like the shittier Heki and N.
Damn. No, I think N is better than Heki, honestly.
Okay, yeah, you trash. I mean, I'm with the Heki hate, but come on.
In terms of like people that you can like and shit, I don't know, like skill wise, he's not better than Heki, but like I'd rather like he has better traits.
Put like this, right? You give N 5, like you give N 3,000.
Jay, well, you're unmuted.
That's cap.
You give N 3,000 men from the Haishin unit, and then you give Heki 3,000 men of his army. I bet you N win.
Hey, listen, real quick. I want to interrupt real quick. I got to dip out. I say I get better. I got to focus on work, so I can't do too much talking. Hey, listen, for all you hating Hogan, I hate Hogan haters, Junkins, Cass. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. I ain't gonna say I won't sit on names or anything. Twilight.
I'm scared.
Listen, all Hogan haters, he top one. He will slap Mobu. That's a mid diff. You know what I'm saying? Respect to Mobu. He did his thing against Conmate, but it's big Hogan all day. Shouts to Shin and the crew for becoming generals. It's good to see. I'm ready for this next phase of the war. Ready to see what's happening. And hopefully we get more Chew stuff. That's what I want to see. Forget all this stuff. I want to see Chew. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm trying to see Chew. I ain't fit cap to y'all.
I'm trying to see Way, honestly. I want to like pop off.
I
need to
definitely
see
want to
Chew.
see Shu.
Yeah, wait. She's gonna be something
no.
me for.
But no,
I want
listen.
to see Key of all things, bro. We need to know the
But no.
monsters they be having.
When I say I'm out, listen. Conky over Osen all day, every day.
Right.
It's
Facts.
bro.
Alright, can this guy leave already?
Hey, Bayes Kyokai. Hey, we here for this. Yeah, I'm here for this. But no, I thank y'all for having me on. I can catch y'all. And, hey,
Take care, bro.
again,
All right, good luck
Hogan
at
top
work,
one.
bro.
Yeah, peace out.
Hopefully it flies by.
I hope so too.
Alright, thank God he left. And now we can actually like have some sensible discussions, you know?
He was kind of
Yeah,
scared
bro.
back with the Ocean and Cocky ship. That's like in the near future.
I ain't gonna hold you. I had to mute myself when he said Mobu was a mid diff.
Yeah, he's fucking wilding, bro. We had that fucking argument like what, 2 years ago, and he couldn't let it go, bro. He couldn't let it go.
And he also like had some weird ass arguments about Toad too. Like he's a big Toast dad, so like he always
Listen, no. See, you not about to disrespect Toe, bro.
No, but he says Toe is better than Osen.
Oh, now okay. See, yeah, that's where we gotta
Yeah.
dial it back a little bit. Conky better than Osen? That's where we gotta dial it back just a little bit.
Bro, Conky gonna be the number one GG.
Nigga, Conky about to get clapped by Raboku when Raboku get out of jail.
Fuck out of here.
Man,
I'm just
keep
saying,
talking, Kaz. It's just gonna be so much better when Conky loses.
Bruh, listen.
It's gonna be
I'm
so
not
much
saying-
better.
listen,
What?
This is what I'm saying.
When Conky
I'm not
loses?
saying- I'm not
Why
saying
would it be
that
so much
Conky-
better? Like
Because y'all talking so much shit, giving him so much overhyping statements, and then just for him to get clapped, like I can't wait.
people lose.
I can't wait.
That's the thing, though.
It depends
You
how
don't
he
think Conky
loses and
beat
defeats that
Osen
he
when
gains.
him and Moby
Like
went
that doesn't
to fight
downplay
Conky?
people. Like Roku lost more
I
than
don't-
anybody, and he's still top one. So
I don't think Conky's gonna lose to anybody but a Raboku or like a Osen if he
That's what I'm
betrays.
saying. Like,
But you know what I'm saying. But he's
People
getting
on his
clapped by
level,
Osen. If you-
He's
if
he's
you-
gonna lose to
yeah.
Shin too.
No, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. His army would lose and then he would dip.
Yeah, he's gonna run away like a coward from General fucking Shin. You know how it is.
what is this? Like, what's this energy coming from, Jockin? Like, I thought you were a
Bro,
hockey fan.
Yan campaign, bro. Shin's winning. He's gonna have Killguy's help, but he's can't conquer that
Yan
out.
campaign, the
bad,
Monster
Conky
Trio
gonna be
versus the Monster Trio joint army forces versus the new leader of the Yan army, Conky. He's gonna send him packing.
Bro, imagine if Conky is under Ordo. Just fucking imagine. Yo, y'all niggas gonna disappear.
Oh shit! Nah, I had to laugh at that, bro.
It's not gonna happen. So what's the point of
I had to
imagining?
laugh at that.
Y'all niggas about to
Oh,
disappear,
man.
bro.
I
They're
don't
gonna be
get
like,
it.
Kingdom,
Why
what's
people-
that? It sounds like a good
why-
series. I want to
that
try to
would-
read it.
Just so like, why are people just so adamant on downplaying this dude when like just a boss? I don't get it. Like, I don't even put this effort downplaying
Because
anybody.
you feel the need to
always
hype up
gotta-
the smallest things. That you're like, Raido's such a god, bro. He stopped
Dude,
an army
I
that
don't
could barely
hype-
walk.
okay. That was an impressive moment. Like, I don't understand how you have
No,
no
it
brains
wasn't.
to notice how impressive that is. What's going on?
Gakue can do that. No problem.
Gakue?
Yes.
I don't know. It depends how strong his unit is.
We already know his unit is strong as fuck.
We
I don't
already
know
know that
if
his unit was able to stall fucking Raido and
I don't
Zeno
think he
at
has
Tokyo Hills.
the leadership as Raido. Like, I mean, I don't think so.
He has
He
better
doesn't
morale
have the-
boosting feats than
bro.
Raido.
Bro, he stopped.
Morale is
like,
only up to leadership.
during the
you know, he,
Tokyo
like,
Hills,
maneuver his
bro.
troops and shit.
Again, during the Tokyo
Bro,
Hills,
Raido
he
was not having
fighting
some complex
Raido
maneuvers
and
there.
Zeno.
You just think so? I think he had to because Revoku was there. What'd you say?
During the Tokyo Hills, Gakue was fighting Zeno with.
He was not fighting them. They would have stomped him if they fought him. They were staring at
Bro,
each other.
they used that whistle shit.
Yeah, he was surrounding them, and they still survived. Like, they didn't do no damage. And then they went and took the hill.
Bro, they had to run away from the mighty Gakue.
No,
It is what it is.
L.
No, that's what I'm
Gakue
saying,
took a
bro.
fat L.
That whole like Firefox whistle that they used was a retreat technique. Yes, it saved a lot of lives, but the fact that they had to retreat means that he was winning.
No, it means
it
there was an easier way to win
fucked
than
over
that way.
Kaki.
What'd you say?
She outplayed Kaki, but in my opinion, I think Kaki let it happen to like gauge his skill and shit. But
For real.
Even though the fucking narrator disagrees with you.
Narrator capping.
you can make it sense. You can make it make sense.
You really can't.
I mean,
talk about it later. It itself doesn't make sense for Kaki to be outplayed by a flank, but it is.
Why not?
Question: How many of men?
I don't know why he's not like him getting like. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Because I was gonna start a whole new conversation.
Keisha had like the positioning of the hill. She was like their army was the first up the hill, giving them an opportunity to freaking like once Zeno's army goes deep into the forest to cut them off from their supplies. I feel like that's something they should have been paying attention to, but they weren't.
Okay, but the reasoning is that going up the hill would have been a bad play because Zeno and them would have attacked them from the bottom. So Kanki thought they weren't going to go up the hill, and the reason they were able to go up the hill and it was a good play is because the trap, like the trees fell down and there was that hole in the ground, and then they weren't able to advance.
Okay.
So what he didn't calculate was fucking the trap, and that's what made his plan a bad plan.
I feel like what's the name? If like let's say like they had the whole plan where they have like troops hiding in the woods to come and circle them, and even if they went up the hill and didn't have the trees going down, they could have still had there's no one like what's his name? Due to what Shin did the day before, the freaking central army of Kaki wasn't out all the way up, so it still gave Keisha enough wiggle room to complete that flank, even if let's say they didn't have those trees cut down.
He could flank him, but the Zeno and Rider are not gonna have their momentum halted, so they would have punched through Gakue and they would have attacked the hill from the bottom. That's why when Keisha was ascending on top of the hill, Keisha was like, "Isn't this a bad play? Like you shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah, the quiet bitch is above you, and he was right. I guess that is true about the whole he might have expected the fucking
a hole in the ground.
I feel like that's just due to him not really understanding how Keisha's freaking works. But then once he realizes that shit's never happened again. I don't even know what the initial discussion was. Oh, yeah, Gakui making them run away? No, like they were just trapped. Like, I don't understand, man. Kanki used to be. I mean, Kanki used to be like a what's the word? A level-headed, unbiased person that sees both sides. But now he became one of those people that hate someone because someone else likes them.
Bro, I feel like if we literally go back to like my first arguments with Draco, he says the same shit like you're biased, you can't see the other side, and now he just wants to like act like I forgot that. Like okay,
no, that's different though, because before you weren't just like hating on somebody just because someone else was hyping him up. That's like
I mean, you called me a Kanki hater so many times back then.
You literally just said what you said earlier, like Kanki's a coward, Kanki's this, Kanki's like what is this slander? Bro? Everyone knows
Did
Kanki's
I say
the
that?
boss, bro. Yeah, you said Kanki's a coward. He's gonna run away. You might have been trolling, but like, all that shit has happened.
I said he's gonna run away because Shin's about to hand him that L.
Yeah, if Shin's army destroys his army, bro. If Shin and them kill Raido, Zeno, Maran, and Kokuo, he's dipping, bro. He's not staying for that.
Why wouldn't he just fight Shin though? You know what I'm saying? My man has that.
He was asleep, bro. Kanki's
literally, bro. If he literally watches Shin one-shot Raido and then fucking kill Zeno, he's gonna be like, okay, yeah, this little nigga's maybe too physically strong for me.
It's never gonna get to that point, bro.
Kanki will body Zeno. Why do you think Zeno's under him? There's no other reason.
Because Kanki set him up in some traps and shit. Like when Zeno,
that was the obvious answer.
Keep on attacking you.
I'm just saying, when Zeno was acting up, what did Kanki say? We'll send the whole army crashing down on you.
Just to send a message, not that he needs the whole army. Don't fuck around. Like I'm lenient. Kanki's lenient, but like don't troll. Like at the end of the day, I'm your boss.
And he killed
that kind of leadership
on the way to meet Zeno. I swear. Like it don't really. He'll kill Zeno. You know what I'm saying?
Who kills Zeno? Oh yeah, if it comes down to it, I think Kanki can kill Zeno. Even if it doesn't have to be himself. Maybe like what Twilight said, some traps. But I don't doubt Kanki being strong. I'm just waiting for the feats.
For real.
Then I'll say what I have to say.
No problem. I'm not saying Conky's not strong either. I'm saying if he watches these niggas get clapped like that, I don't think he's gonna stick around and risk it. I think he's gonna
I've
dip.
never seen Conky ever like lose all his men like that, and he's definitely not gonna lose them to Shin.
Well, who was he really fought? That's like a big menace for him to lose his men like that.
Yeah, but like if you know some of the big menace, Kaishubu, I guess. But if you know some of the big menace, you don't like after like the first time you like lose someone, you won't continue sending people after them, try to like circumvent ways to beat him without.
I mean, you can lose them all at similar times.
What do you say?
I don't think like you know how like the army's set up too, like they're gonna be on different wings and shit. I don't know how they're gonna all be lost at the same time.
And even then, like unless he just retreats early, which is like a big L for him, and he might be
This
too
always
prideful.
happens, bro.
Like,
why do I fall for this trap of arguing Shin is gonna kill every single commander of Conky when it's never gonna happen?
For real.
It's like no one even.
To be honest, you're right, Draco. Fucking Riboku's gonna take most of them, and Shin will kill like Raido or something low diff.
I'm about to say,
I'll
I'm about to
take
say
that.
Shin doesn't have to kill them all. Shin kills Raido and Zeno, and then Kyokai kills Maron and Kokuo.
But that's assuming Conky don't.
No, Marin betrays Conky in the battle. He's like, all right, you know, I'm joining Hishin unit. Fuck you.
Yo, I can actually see that.
Would that not be
This always
boss?
happens, like so a random
Like,
ass
yo-
conversation about like Osen possibly killing Conky, like what, like in his like
Bro,
secret
yo.
place. That shit was so stupid, dude. It always happens when I fall for that stuff.
That was a good conversation. You just want to hate.
I don't want to
Conky
hate.
probably
You have
has
start these
defense level.
hypothetical that I fall for them when
Same
it's
as-
literally hypothetical that are never gonna happen.
It was an interesting hypothetical that was feasible, and you wanted to shit on it for no reason.
Feasible. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else about the chapter. Like, that was a good discussion. I liked it. I don't know if you guys want to.
Oh man.
It was a good discussion.
Oh yeah, when are you gonna do the intro, Jonkins? Introduce everybody in the call and stuff. Didn't you do your comment?
My boy Kaz, the UK superstar. He likes UK rappers for some reason, but we still fuck with him. Zal fanboy.
No.
My boy Twale, one of the day
only UK
ones.
rapper. Yeah, go ahead.
One of the day ones when talking about Kingdom. We fucking we've known each other for like 3 years now, maybe 4. It's been a fucking while.
Something like that, yeah.
And then my boy Druko.
I knew you were gonna do that. The reason you left me last, I knew it was gonna happen.
You knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, actually, the intro I did, I had to fucking stop the recording because I fucked up in OBS and it didn't catch our voices. So I just ended up recording at a random time. Like Twali was talking or something.
Okay. So yeah, boy Druko Nation. Always body me in debates and shit. Yeah, continue.
I mean, I do be always bothering you in debates. Thanks for like, saying that for me.
Okay.
'Cause if you say it, then like they know you're not gonna agree. You're gonna be on the defensive. But if you say it too, like at least now they know.
Yeah, you can't say anything after. But yeah, the only UK rapper I like is Tyon Wayne. What his name was?
Tion
Not even
Wayne?
really,
Oh.
yeah, I like him. He was on that KSI song, which is like dope. So, but
Oh, you listen to KSI's music? Oh,
I listened to that latest song. What was it? He's like,
I didn't
I
even
don't even
know.
care if it's fake or real. He's trying to get the whole grime accent going. The KSI. I was like, okay.
I was
Fuck
just check it out.
The one with Taeyeon Win and some guy, some like singy songy guy. I don't know his name.
Mm-hmm. Tion
Yeah.
was pretty decent still.
Dope to be like part of the discussion when like the last discussion you guys like kind of didn't even add me or Chaos or anything. You just did it already. So
Pretty sure I added both of y'all. Pretty sure. But yeah, anything else we want to mention?
Shin's the GOAT. Os is the GOAT. That's about it. Kaki is the GOAT. That has to be said.
It's too many goats.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
makes the whole arc review, huh?
That'd be sick.
Seeing a whole arc review?
Yeah.
So, like, remember that thing we did like mid-season throughout like your favorite arc or your favorite moment, all that stuff. Your favorite, like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I was thinking like a whole arc review. The thing is, it would be like an 8-hour stream.
Especially how we like go off topic. And just,
Yes.
I was about to say, definitely would be. We would literally have to keep it on track. Chapter 499. When
Yeah.
Shin got the glaive. Oh, when Shin got the glaive. Yo, this arc is crazy.
For real, best
got
arc, man.
Oki's
Head on the
blade.
coalition.
We got the death of
arc is good.
Hogan.
Top 3.
I have a top 3 as well.
I
But
gotta-
yeah,
I
we could
gotta
do
redo it.
like a top 5 or top 5 favorite moments, top 5 favorite characters in this arc. I could be like
Yeah,
next stream.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we
like-
got tagged before on your channel or someone's channel or something. That's dope.
Wasn't it
Alright.
Fiji that did that?
I don't know. Didn't Nia Hemmings do it too on the thing? I don't know
Oh,
if that
yeah,
was
he did.
him.
He did something like that. But yeah, we can have that like soon. Honestly, I kind of want to do the One Piece discussion next because I feel like the chapter's gonna come out. Hopefully, it comes out today.
I'm actually like honestly, even though I don't like One Piece, I'm enjoying the One Piece discussions. Like, kind of shit on it too, and just like not just say everything good about it like other people do.
Yeah.
I still keep up with One Piece, but honestly, I don't have a passion to talk about.
Same. There's no. I'm like talking about One Piece and talking about Kingdom like two different people. Like, I actually don't give a shit about One Piece and like stuff like that.
I still like talking about it, though. I
Oh, no,
definitely don't
shit
really
on
like it that much
I
anymore.
like One Piece. I'm saying Zoro all day, but
Facts.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
did you
just-
see?
Wait,
that
Twale,
clip of-
do you think Zoro's killing Kaido?
No.
Ah.
I mean, okay. This
Wait,
as
is
far
that
as
about
as far as
happening?
the whole Zoro Kaido thing, I feel like, well, as far as the whole fight against Kaido, I feel like it's gonna be like Oars type of thing where all of the Straw Hats are fighting Kaido at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll have their individual fights, and then at a certain point they'll all come together to fight Kaido. But Luffy will get the final hit, but you know what I'm saying? Zoro will get a hit in, but it won't be like the finishing blow or anything like that.
I could see that. It just seems weird for me to Kaido to die to a punch. You know, like he's supposed to be impervious. Like I don't think blunt damage is gonna be enough to kill him. I feel like you need something more lethal, like a slash.
What would you feel about Luffy using the
I
sword
mean-
that he just got to kill Kaido?
That'd be trash.
But I'm saying, but if you think about the lore that's been built up behind Kaido, it might be that his dragon fruit makes him impervious to sharp objects like knives and guillotines and spears.
I
So
mean, he
where-
did get cut by Odin.
True. That
I
is
just
true.
think that it'd be way cooler if he gets like head cut off or something, or like a slash than a punch. I don't know.
Well,
It might-
maybe that's because of the hockey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where like you can punch Luffy with blunt force and it'll hurt him because you have hockey. But like Luffy, in on a regular sense, is is immune to like blunt force trauma, something like that.
I don't know. There's like
Because
a lot of
I feel
people that like really want Zoro to kill him. I'm kind of whatever on it. As long as Kid,
Yeah.
Luffy, and Zoro are portrayed as like near equals, then I don't really care
ju-
who gets the final hit in.
I
That'd
just
be a cool
want
moment.
Kaido to look good, one of his commanders to look good, as well as the Straws, some like the ones you mentioned looking good. But that's like Oda, so I don't know. Someone has to like give. Someone want to
I
look
ain't
good.
gonna hold you. King is looking pretty clean right now.
He is, bro.
My man's is taking the big mom ship out. He's fucking gathering up niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing shit. Like,
Do you
and
think
I
he's
like
better
how
than
he did it
Cat, right?
I don't think he's better than Katakuri. I haven't seen him like fight yet.
So
But
you
I
wanna see
like
him
the
first?
way like you know what I'm saying. As far as like a top commander, I like the way like how he handles business. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying. Like when he walked out, like I think it was an anime scene that I watched when he was like, "Nah, I'm not just waiting for these niggas," and he just hopped off the fucking the cliff and transformed. It was like, yeah, like that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to wait for them to pop. You pop first. They came on your doorstep. You know what I'm saying? He found out Kaido had a problem. He's like, all right, I'm solve this. Get some nigga. Well, I'm not gonna solve it personally, but I'm gonna get some niggas to solve it. You know what I'm saying? So I like how he's like business oriented.
I agree.
Yeah, I like how he's like. He won't troll. I think Katakuri trolled too much in that fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have the recording on, so I guess I'll just end it here. If we don't have anything else to talk about.
No.
Peace.
No, not really.
Alright, peace.